6 rounds of boxing in the Cruiserweight division, and boxing out of the blue corner in the black and gold shorts, weighing in at 14 stone 1, making his 18th appearance in the ring, from the Czech Republic, please welcome HRADZIRA! And boxing out of the red corner in the black shorts, weighing in at 14 stone 3, with a record of 6 wins, 3 by way of knockout, from Bromley, Kent, please welcome Ellis Zorro! Your referee is Bob Williams, and timekeeper at the bell, Bob Edgeworth.
And we're at the York Hall, Bethnal Green. We've got Ellis Zorro taking on HRADZIRA over 6 rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Last time out, Ellis had a big one-punch knockout. The guy was alcohol received option, but thankfully was okay. So he's looking to build on that and get another big knockout. What do you think of his style so far, Adrian?
Yeah, he's gone off to a good start, working behind the jab, moving nice and comfortably. Just looking to find his distance, find his range for the shots, I believe.
You can already see Jan's taking tight guard, trying to walk him down, but I think that's made for Ellis at the moment.
Yeah, there's a big uppercut there, ready. Should he walk forward onto it?
Yeah, this is Ellis' second fight under trainer Mickey Burke. I think we've seen big improvements already because he had a very limited amateur background. So
yeah, I heard that. How many fights did he have?
I think it was 3 or 4 he had. He won them all, obviously, but yeah, so he's learning on the job.
Sometimes it's the best way to go forward. You can learn a lot in the amateurs, but pro boxing's a different sport altogether.
Yeah, time and time again you see these top amateurs never make it as pros, don't you?
The requirements for pro boxing and amateur boxing are so different, and just because you can be quick over 3 rounds and good over 3 rounds, what doesn't necessarily mean it will translate over 10, 12.
Yeah, this just took a right hand there. He rode it a little bit, so it wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think his left hand's a bit low at the moment, but that seems the way how he likes to box.
He's flicking out a lovely jab. He's got good hand speed for a cruiserweight.
Yeah, I think he's one of those cruiserweights that if there was maybe a division in between light heavyweight and cruiserweight, he might be one of those, but I think he's just that bit big to get down to light heavyweight in the end.
Yeah, I can see that.
But he's going to have a lot of speed over the cruiserweights, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got lovely fast hands. He's got a solid jab. He's been flinging it out all throughout this round, and it's landing with good effect.
It's a good head movement in there. That jab is really dominating this round so far.
It's a nice little 1-2.
Oh, great shot.
He's controlling it comfortably behind that jab. If he keeps it up like this, he's going to cruise through 4 rounds. I think he's just still trying to find the range. With someone tucked in like that, it's hard to find the shots through sometimes. Making him miss and controlling him with the jab comfortably.
Yes, you wouldn't think this is Ellis's 10th fight ever in professional amateur ring, would you? It's like, it's showing the ring craft is well beyond 10 fights, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. That speaks for itself.
He's starting to plant his feet now. 2 great body shots in there. Back to the jab again. Really classy boxing so far.
This is the sort of boxing he's going to need to take forward going into bigger fights. Working off of that jab.
I think a lot of cruisers struggle to get past that, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a nice, classy and relaxed performance so far.
Yeah, great round.
Convincing first round. Didn't really give anything away. Away we go, round 2.
What would you like to see Ellis maybe change in this round from the first?
I'd like to see him soften up his knees and let his hands go a little bit more.
This is his first 6-round contest, so maybe he could be worried about going the full 6 maybe?
Yeah, I can relate to that. I think my first 6-rounder, I spent the first few rounds sort of feeling my way through it with the jab. So it's nice and controlled, nice and relaxed. I could see him stopping this boy if he starts to open up. When he has let his hands go, the lad didn't have much time for him.
So in your experience, is the 4 to the 6, is that a big psychological jump you've got to make as well?
It can be, yeah. It's 2 more rounds. You're in there for another 6 minutes, but having done it now, 4 and 6 rounds is quite similar. There's not really much in it when you actually do them. I think it's when you start going into the 8, 10 and above rounds, that's when it starts to really take a toll on you, the pace. I think he'll find by the end of it, after when he gets to the 6th, oh, actually, I cruised through that quite comfortably.
Yeah, still dominating with the jab, Ellis. Jab to the body, jab to the head.
I imagine he may want to go past the 4th as well if he can.
Yeah, let's get the rounds under your belt.
Get that experience. So he's looking nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. Not fazed by anything coming his way. Dominating with the jab. And holding his range pretty well. It's all round good boxing.
Yeah, I think we'd like to see a bit more body shots again. I think in the first round he unleashed a couple. There we go. Great. I think that's what could bring the hands down to leave the chin open for him to hit.
Yeah, he's getting under those elbows well.
Yeah, it's a very good hand speed for a cruiserweight. I think that's the big difference between these two.
Yeah, definitely. It's awkward boxing lads that stay tucked in and tight like that. It's very hard to find gaps through the guard sometimes.
That's why it's better maybe to go down to the body, try and bring the hands down. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Try and bring the hands down and go around the guard as well.
Yeah.
Take that half a step in and loop a shot around the guard. Because they're quite happy staying in front of you all day, taking a few straight shots to the forehead.
Yeah, they're used to that, aren't they?
Yeah.
But again, triple that jab out was beautiful work right there.
Nice tidy boxing from Ellis.
Lovely left hook there.
This is a great fight for him to learn off of as well.
He's not. Jan's coming to try, isn't he? He's throwing the punches. He's making Ellis constantly think. So that's what you need when you have such limited experience. But again, he's boxing well beyond what his experience says he should be able to.
Round 3, away we go. It'd be nice to see Ellis let his hands go a little bit more, rather than just boxing off with the jab.
Yeah,
he's having success with it, but just to get the crowd going a little bit more, it'd be nice to see him let a few more shots go.
Yeah, on his last fight when he got the one-punch knockout, that was as he was backing up his opponent. So I think you're right. I think maybe you just got to try and back him up like that, and then unleash the body shots and bring it back over to the head. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, he's in there with a tough opponent. He's been the distance with current Southern Area champion Nick Parper.
Yeah, Nick's a big puncher himself, so that shows he's a very tough man. Good right hand there by Ellis.
He's boxed undefeated. Mark Little gone the distance with him as well.
Yeah, he's been the rounds with some good prospects.
Yeah, been in there with former ABA champion James Branch, good friend of mine.
A very tough man, Jan.
So by all standards, this is a good test.
He's only been stopped in 3 of his fights as well. Against them, he's been as again most cruiserweight prospects in this country.
And when we're talking this sort of weight, it's hard to be a journeyman because they really do punch.
Yeah. 14 stone form, fully grown men. He's hitting with only 10-ounce gloves on. That's not a lot of padding, is it?
No, it's not. And depending on the condition of the gloves, it's whether there is any padding or not.
Yeah, I think they're in the VRP ones, which are good quality gloves. When I had my one and only fight, they were in the Ringcraft ones, and I've never had something so light on my hands before. It was a big change.
It's like wearing paper.
Yeah.
Still lovely, classy stuff from Ellis, working off of the jab.
Yeah, he's won every minute of every round so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, comfortably. It was better when he was letting his hands go at the start, though.
Yeah.
But I think there is that in the back of your mind. He's doing 6 rounds for the first time.
But maybe he's had a few knockouts now, so he might just be looking to go the 6th round, get that under his belt. I remember I speaking to him before the night, and he just wants to get a few 6 rounders, 8 rounders, and 10 rounders. So
Yeah, it's always good to get the rounds under your belt and to learn what it feels like to be in those rounds. It's nothing like getting into something unprepared as you move up into harder fights.
Great head movement there. Oh, beautiful defensive work there from Ellis.
Very elusive, isn't he, on his back foot?
Yeah, you don't see many cruiserweights be able to box like this. You usually get the likes, say Lawrence Kohler, who's 6'5", and he just very good boxer, but he can't move his feet like that. And I think that's what Ellis's big advantage is going to be as he moves up in the levels.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, another round for Ellis. Into round 4 we go. I think we're starting to see more of the same from Ellis, just looking to box behind that jab. There we go.
Varying up the shots a little bit.
That's a bit of a corkscrew right hand, wasn't it? It wasn't a conventional one.
Yeah, and he brought in a little left uppercut as well, which was nice to see. Varying up the shots, which is good. You could see Jan in the corner, in the blue corner, starting to breathe quite heavy as well. So it'll be nice to see Ellis start to up the work rate a little bit.
He seems to be holding his feet slightly more in this round, so we might be able to see that very soon.
Looking for that big shot. I think when you're a big puncher like Ellis, it's easy to fall into the trap of waiting too long for the perfect big shot. Sometimes you have to create that opening. When you're in there against boxers like this that don't give you many openings, they give you many opportunities to let your hands go because they stay tight, you have to create those and force those opening a little bit.
Oh, that was millimetres away, that right hand.
This is better from Ellis.
Yeah, I think we'd like to see Ellis start to back him up now. He's got a good trainer in Mickey Burke, so I'm sure he's boxing to what Mickey's telling. Maybe they're just looking to get the rounds onto the bank.
It's looking that way.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him catch a punch yet, so he's boxing very well.
It's always good when you get through a whole fight without being hit. It's the name of the game, hit and don't get hit.
Keep the good looks.
Getting nice defensive action from Ellis, slipping under the punches nicely. Cruising through it just like it's sparring.
HRADZIRA's
good change of head and body attack there.
Jan seems to get in the position, but he seems very hesitant to throw it now.
I think he's starting to feel the force of the shots when he has let his hands go.
Yeah, as you said earlier, I think he's starting to feel the pace slightly now.
You can see him breathing heavy. This is better from Ellis. Just keeping that work rate up, but I'd like to see him go head and body again. Every time he's gone downstairs, he's
great left hook to the body. He set that up lovely.
Brilliant work. Nice twitching, nice faking. For someone so inexperienced, you wouldn't normally see that. His ring IQ is definitely beyond his experience.
Another round for Ellis.
Round 5 we're underway.
First time in Ellis's career.
Seems to be coping with the distance quite easily.
Oh, that's very close combination, head and
This
body.
is more like it. The crowd needs this as well.
Yeah, great start by Ellis.
Sobe keeps that sort of work rate up throughout the round. He does leave his chin up quite high though.
I think that's probably one of the last things that boxers start doing, starting to bring their chin down, because it's one of the most unnatural things, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It only will come with experience, but it's also one of the most dangerous things, especially as a professional, to leave your chin up in the air.
And Yanirad is the complete opposite, chin down, and all you can hit is his forehead, isn't it? You can't get to his chin.
Yeah, he's just got a
great
iron
right hand
forehead.
there.
Lovely work from Ellis there. But that's something I'm sure they'll work on correcting as they step through the levels.
Well, a bit of a wild left hook there from Ellis.
I noticed as well in earlier rounds he tends to leave his right hand out there a little bit.
These are all the things they'll watch this fight back next week, and then I'm sure they'll work on all the mistakes they made.
Oh, learning off Lomachenko.
Yeah, very Lomachenko-esque.
It's good to see. Cracking fight with Luke Campbell, that.
Yeah, that was.
That was a technical masterclass.
I think Lomachenko is one of the best fighters of you ever see live. It was just, he's unbelievable.
After Mayweather, he's the best fighter of this era.
100%.
He's light on his feet, Ellis, for a cruiserweight. He dances around like a middleweight.
Again, dominating this round of his jab. What HRADZIRA seems to do very well, as soon as Ellis seems to start applying the pressure, he takes a couple steps back and Ellis is out of range, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing that really well, just getting himself out of danger. He's held a few of these flurries from Ellis and now knows to back away from them.
Again, lovely movement from Ellis.
Very tough, Jan. Very, very tough.
Again, Ellis is flicking the jab out, making hand, keep thinking. Another round for Ellis. So we enter the sixth and final round. I think there's no doubt that Ellis has won every single minute of every single round so far, and a dominant display.
Yeah, very comfortably winning. It's good to see that his fitness is holding out over the 6 rounds.
I think that'll be a big plus point.
He's come out like a spring chicken.
Yeah, it's a lot more of an aggressive start from Ellis.
That's as much better, going to the body straight away.
Pulled the guard down again with the right hook.
Some good boxing from Ellis.
Some nice combination punching.
I imagine he's going to start going for the stoppage now.
He's done the 5 rounds, in the 6th round, feeling fresh. Let the hands go now.
Very explosive for the weight as well.
Lovely head movement from Ellis there, just slipped the right hand.
Good return to the body there as well. He needs to keep doing that. Every time he's going to the body, he's finding the openings upstairs afterwards. I like it when he goes jab up and then jab downstairs.
Yeah, the jab to the head, jab to the body is quality shot.
And he's got the reach to do it.
Do you think Ellis is far off being able to challenge the likes of Nick Parker for the Southern Area title?
A few more fights down the line, a couple longer fights with some boys that might throw a little bit more back, and then yeah, I don't see why not. It'd be good to see him against someone who's a bit more lively. Test him defensively a bit more.
A few times Jan has let his hands go. Ellis just made him miss by miles, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been a pretty easy fight for Ellis so far. I don't think the power of Jan's bothered him, and he just doesn't have the hand speed to get in there and get near him.
Wild right hand there.
Good performance in his first 6-rounder though. Classy.
A jab there though. First time he switched off in 6 rounds, not bad though.
Good body work.
The jab to the body is a lovely shot.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to get to work on his body.
Yeah, when he lets his hands go, the difference of class between these two is crazy.
So every time he chops downstairs, he's getting them through, and you can see Jan's feeling them. That's what James Branch did to stop him. He just smothered him with work.
Great left hook. Oh, and he's down.
Beautiful
Great shot.
Beautiful shot.
I don't think he's getting up here. He looks in agony.
That was a beautiful shot, beautiful finish.
Great finish to Ellis fight there.
Fantastic. And as we said, Josh, straight to the body.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes 52 seconds into round 6. Your winner by count out, Ellis Zorro!
Like I said, the body shots would be what we